Imagine, if you will, an election year where if you question a presidential candidate's radical associate issues, you are labeled a racist, out of touch, and ignorant. A presidential candidate who, without a script, is an empty suit. A presidential candidate with too many cover-ups, way too many questions, with very few answers.
Through nearly a dozen hearings where, frankly, we were trying to fix something that wasn't broke. Mr. Chairman, we do not have a crisis at Freddie Mac, and in particular at Fannie Mae, under the outstanding leadership of Mr. Frank Raines.
There aren't any banks who only have multifamily and single-family loans. These assets are so riskless that their capital for holding them should be under 2%.
Ophelia, because if it wasn't for you, I don't think that we'd be here in the first place. And now the problem that we have and that we're faced with is maybe some individuals who wanted to do away with GSEs in the first place, you've given them an excuse to try to have this forum so that we can talk about it and maybe change the direction and the mission of what the GSEs had, which they've done a tremendous job. There's been nothing that was indicated that's wrong, you know, with Fannie Mae. Freddie Mac has come up on its own, and so I wish I could sit here and say that I'm not upset with you, but I am very upset because, you know, what you do is you give, you know, maybe giving a reason to, as Mr. Gonzalez said, to give someone a heart surgery when they really don't need it.
You seem to be saying, well, these are in areas which could raise safety and soundness problems. I don't see anything in your report that raises safety and soundness problems.
I don't think that Fannie and Freddie are financially insolvent. I don't think they need large bailouts. What they need is the confidence that I think they will get from this. And essentially what Secretary Paulson did last week was to say, we believe, as does the regulator of these groups, Mr. Lockhart, that they are well financed and they're not in economic trouble.
But I have seen nothing in here that suggests that the safety and soundness are at issue, and I think it serves us badly to raise safety and soundness as a kind of a general shibboleth when it does not seem to me to be an issue.
Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac are not in a crisis. The more people, in my judgment, exaggerate a threat of safety and soundness, the more people conjure up the possibility of serious financial losses to the Treasury, which I do not see. I think we see entities that are fundamentally sound financially and withstand some of the disaster scenarios. And even if there were a problem, the federal government doesn't bail them out. But the more pressure there is there, then the less I think we see in terms of affordable housing.
Right, that's well, but you still went out in July and said everything was great, and off that, a lot of people bought stock and lost everything they had.
Oh, no.
And yes,
I said it wasn't a good investment. Please
don't give me any of that. We just heard the words. What are you? That you didn't say that? You want me to play it again for you?
You didn't listen to it.
No, I listened to every word you said, and I have the transcript right here.
I said it wasn't a good investment.
Yeah, and you said going forward, we're going to be swell. For a look, from August 07th to August 08th. Don't look. Stop the BS here. Stop the crap. From August 07 to August 08, under your tutelage, this industry declined 90%. 90%. Oh, none of this was your fault. Oh, no. People lost millions of dollars. It wasn't your fault. Come on, you coward. Say the truth.
Coward.
You're a coward. You blame everybody else. You're a coward.
Here's the problem with going on your show. You start ranting, and the only way to respond is almost to look as boorish as you. But here's the facts. I specifically said in the quote you just played that I didn't think it was a good investment. I wasn't telling anybody to buy stock. I said it wasn't a good investment. Secondly, I wasn't presiding idly over this. I was trying to get the regulations adopted.
Look,
we got them adopted in May.
Bottom line is, you're there 2 years. Bottom line is, stock drops 90%.
Yes,
in any private industry, you're out. In any private concern, you're out on your butt. But not here in the federal government. You can come in and make every excuse in the world, blame everybody else in the world, and then call me boorish.
I'm not going to be bullied by your ranting. You can rant all you want. You're not going to shut me up. The problem was that we passed in 1994, in fact, the bill.
Now we're back to 1994.
Yes,
this is bull. This is why Americans don't trust the government.
No, this is why your stupidity gets in the way of rational discussion. The fact is, it was in 1994 that we passed a bill to tell the Fed to stop the subprime lending. We tried to get them to do it. The first time we were in power again in 2007, we passed the bill to regulate Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac. So during the 2 years
you tried to put a happy face on this in July. You tried to put a fan. Now you won't take. Look, at least Cox is man enough. At least Cox is man enough to say he screwed up.
Bill,
you're not.
This manliness stuff is very unbecoming from you. I don't see any of your
Cox is man enough to say he screwed up. You're not.
You think toughness is yelling and ranting and trying to bully, and it's not going to work with me. The fact is, in the very quote you played, I said it's not a good investment. I tried to get the regulations adopted.
Going forward, it's going to be swell. And people under that bought stock in that. Thought it was a good investment. Swell.
No, I said, in fact, in that quote that you played and didn't listen to because you're busy ranting, that it's not a good investment. I said that at the time. I did think we were going to improve things going forward. Yes, we had some things.
Let me read you your quote here, okay? Okay? I do think the prospects going forward are very solid.
You left out the part about not being a good investment.
People bought stock when you said that.
Bill, you're lying by your words.
This is what you said. Not lying. I played it and I read it.
What about the part where I said it wasn't a good investment?
You said it's not the investment right now, but going forward, this is going to be solid.
Right. And people you don't buy it right now. I didn't say solid. I didn't say swell. You distort consistently, and you think ranting and raving. You don't want to talk about 1994 like no history is relevant. The fact is that you had a problem with an administration conservative.
I know. It's all the conservatives. It's all the Republicans, and not you. None on you. That's a joke.
You won't have a rational discussion.
That's a joke.
The joke was thinking I could have a rational discussion with you.
The joke is both parties are at fault, as I stated, but one guy, Cox, says, yeah, I screwed up, and one guy, Frank, says it's everybody else's fault.
Wabbit wax. Kill the wabbit, kill the wabbit, kill the wabbit. Okay, Wabbit, I see through that disguise. Say your prayers. You too, Duck.
Wabbit season. Duck season. Wabbit season. Duck season. Wabbit season. Duck season.
Uh-oh.
Shh. Be very, very quiet. We're hunting Elmer's.
Are you then saying that Barney Frank, Nancy Pelosi, and other Democrats don't share most of the blame for their roles in the housing and financial crisis?
Barney Frank, that's my boy. You gotta love that pudgy homo. I'm still trying to get him to say, I killed that crazy wabbit. You know, he was in a movie. It was called Fannie Mae Mountain. In it, he was banging a Fannie Mae executive. Okay. Seriously though, seriously folks, you know, I want to defend the rights of people like my friend Barney who have to hide their romances. You know, that's just wrong. That's fundamentally wrong. And what I find funny as well, you know, getting off that subject. It's funny how the Democrats have been in control of Congress for the last 2 years, but yet whenever I blame McCain and company, Americans eat it up like cherry pie, and Pelosi, Frank, Dodd, you know, that whole bunch. That's my posse. You know, that's how we roll. You know, spin, 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 you know, like the drunken liberals that we are. I mean, sure, we have no idea what we're doing, but the thing is, the important thing is that it doesn't resonate with the American people. You know, it's like whatever comes out of my mouth, people hear it in an angelic tone.
I'm Barack Obama, and I approve this message.